Hi there, my name's Matthew and I am the owner of Material Matters Studio. So we're here at 6 Royal Parade in Harrogate. I was approached to work in this building to see if they could restore their original windows as opposed to replacing. The property itself is being turned into residential flats. They're converting it from commercial offices. So these windows have been in and suffering for a long time. Our plan with the building is to not only restore but retrofit the original windows with slimline double glazing, bringing them up to a U value which is in line with modern regulations, and draft proofing as best we can, but maintaining the authenticity of this area and in the local conservation area of Harrogate. This building in particular is a building of special importance within the conservation area. It makes up a row of quintessentially Harrogate buildings, I suppose they'd say, and we're right next to the pump house, which is listed as well. I'm really hoping to lean into the historical side of Harrogate. We've done a lot of site visits around the town and research into appropriate colours for the building, and we've managed to find that greys especially are a historical colour of Harrogate, so we're leaning into that, and after several swatch checks we settled on great white colour by Brouns & Co. To really fit in nicely with the surrounding buildings. So my company exclusively uses Brouns & Co. linseed oil paint. Among other things, I believe it's part of our unique selling point. We pride ourselves in using things such as reclaimed pitch pine timber in all historical window repairs, and linseed oil paint was a natural progression of that. I don't want to say obsession, but it's definitely a passion for historical sensitivity and reconnecting with the craft of the past. I was really drawn to the fact that I live in Yorkshire. I'm lucky enough that Brouns & Co. are from Yorkshire as well, and the fact that they farm and produce the flax and linseed oil in Yorkshire was a massive draw for me, as the company not only seeks to be historically sensitive, but by doing that we believe that we are being as ecologically sensitive as possible by trying to limit the use of virgin material, and also trying to use products that not only are non-toxic for the environment but have a cyclical life if it ever comes to them being disposed of. And the non-toxicity was a big benefit for us as well. Working with it intimately, it's nice to use something that is organic and non-toxic in your day-to-day life. The product itself is wonderful to work with. My previous passions, and still my passions, come from an artistic background, so using such a thing which is very tactile and organic, I did feel like a bit of a connection with the artistic side of craft, which you can lose in modern trade work, I suppose. Apart from its ease of use, it really travels far. I've still got paint from last year, which I'm using on projects now. It lasts forever, as long as you take precautions when storing it. And even if you don't, it doesn't take much to sieve it and you're back to square one. You're not buying paintbrushes all the time. You're not putting waste into water courses, which you shouldn't do anyway. It's a very nice product to use, and it's very easy to work with if you set up with it exclusively. So for this project, we've got 9 windows in total, all facing the front facade. We've got 6 Georgian 6/6 sashes, and we've got some later edition, presumably Victorian sashes in the function room of the pub downstairs. These are quite considerably large, but they have got some quite interesting features on them. We're hoping to blend them in a little bit with the pre-existing Georgian sashes, so there'll be some little fettling, but to make the whole facade seem a bit more cohesive. What we intend to achieve at the end of this project is to have historical windows which, as closely as possible, align with modern building regulations concerning glazing insulation, performance levels and draft proofing, and to have a historical window that is comfortable for the occupants within these flats at the end of the project. We have managed to save pretty much everything from this project. There's been no real need for making new. Quite a few bits of repair, but that's to be expected in a building of this size and also age. But yeah, at the end of the project we intend to bring 9 windows up to as close to modern regulations as possible, not only for sound, insulation, comfortability, but also keeping the beauty and aesthetic of the building on the street level. As maintaining the character of our architectural space is something that we really believe in and hope that it brings a sense of pride to the areas that we live in.